Hello. Today we're going to give a presentation about crop rotation. Okay, so crop rotation is a method of farming where a number of different plants are grown one after the other on a field so that the soil stay healthy and fertile. Crop rotation also ensures that the farmers strive to keep the environment safe, as well as the food products that they produce. And also it helps the farmer because by rotating crops, it allows for the farmer to grow various plants on the same field year around. So they can grow different kinds of produce in different fields so that they don't lose money and income, basically, if they are able to use all of their fields by using crop rotation. So about the advantages of crop rotation, one is that it's increased soil fertility. Prolonged planting of the same crop type leads to the depletion of specific nutrients in the soil, and each crop type has a different nutrient interaction with the soil. They each release and absorb different types of nutrients. So because of this, crop rotation increases soil fertility by controlling deficient or excess nutrients because it replenishes nutrients that are not available or absorbing nutrients that are in abundance. Second is increases crop yield. So crop rotation increases the harvest obtained from a single seasonal harvest. Not only does one get a variety of crops after each season because of the incorporation of different crop types, but also a general bounty harvest. The availability of nutrients from the soils provide abundant nourishment to all plants, therefore ensuring success in the yield produced. Three is increase in soil nutrients. Crop rotation allows the land to regenerate itself nutrients without having to apply more nutrients through the use of fertilizers. Four is reduces soil erosion. Crop rotation will help to reduce raindrop impact to the soil and general erosion by water because the roots of the plant hold the top layer soil together. Also planting trees with crops in the farms will also assist in preventing soil erosion. It also helps with pest and disease control. So similar plants tend to have the same pathogens. Therefore, crop rotation intercepts the pest life cycle and their habitat. Next is reduces the stress of weeds. So weeds are a constant nuisance to any farmers. Crop rotation will help reduce the population of weed, or better, denies them an opportunity to grow. So the last one is improve soil structure. So crop rotation helps prevent soil compaction and improving the physical condition of the soil. And it's also help reduce pollution. So now some of the disadvantages. One is that it involved risk in crop rotation. Investing in a season involved the input of much money to buy different seedlings of the different types of crops to be planted and success. However, for each crop type, it's not guaranteed and one can end up incurring loss of harvest. Pests and diseases in other crops can spread and infect more crops. There is also the risk of certain crops yield not being successful, and that was the only crop type grown, meaning there will be no yields for that planting season and the farmer will have to wait for the next season. So in the photo, you can tell that the soil on the left, it's really good and rich in nutrient. And the soil and on the right hand, it's not so rich. And that's what happened if you do crop rotation, but you're not precise on planning it or something, just go bad. Just go bad, for example, and pathogens start to grow and start to dry out the soil. So for a specific example of crop rotation, we have corn, soybean. crop rotation in the United States. Switching between the two crops keeps the soil balanced and healthy. The farmers here found some advantages to this is that nutrient accumulation from nitrogen fixation in soybeans has reduced the amount of commercially produced fertilizers so that the farmers have to use fertilizers that the farmers have to use. Also, pest control is a big advantage of rotations, with particular respect to insect and crop disease host elimination. All of these advantages, plus the improvement to soil health, make crop rotation definitely beneficial, simple, and low-cost tools that farmers can use. However, the disadvantages, according to the Agriculture, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences, or ACES, released a new research that crop rotation also affect greenhouse gas emissions. But overall, this plan is a success. It is determined that crop rotating with corn and soybeans reduced nitrous oxide emissions for 35%. In addition to nitrous oxide reduction, the study also found that crop rotation produced an average yield benefit of more than 20%.
So for the principles of crop rotation, there are basically 7 main principles of crop rotation, which is soil preparation, sowing, adding manual fertilizers, irrigation, weeding, harvesting, and proper storage. So the first step of crop rotation is preparation of soil. Preparation of soil is the most important part among the principles of crop rotation. This allows well-prepared soil allows plant roots to penetrate deep into the soil and breathe freely. And it also enables earthworms and microbes to add humus into the soil. Preparation of soil can be done by plowing, hoe, or cultivator. The second step of the crop rotation is sowing. This indicates that farmers select seeds in good quality in order to productively yield crops. The third principle of crop rotation is adding manual and fertilizers. Basically, with crop rotation, farmers plant different kinds of crops in the same field, and this causes depleting the soil of nutrients as well. So manual is applied to the fields in order to replace the soil's nutrients, and manuring is the term for this process. The fourth principle of crop rotation is irrigation, and irrigation indicates water provided to crops at regular times. Irrigation can be done by 2 different methods. One is sprinkler system, which is more useful on uneven land where there isn't enough water. The process of sprinkler system is that when water is permitted to flow under pressure through the main pipe with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles and falls as a rain on the crop. The advantage of sprinkler system is that it's particularly handy for lawns, coffee plantations, and a variety of other crops. The other method of irrigation is drip system. This refers to the use of waterfalls to transfer water drop by drop directly to the roots. The advantage of drip system is that it is the most effective method for watering fruit trees, gardens, and other vegetation. The fifth principle of crop rotation is weeding, and weeding refers to removal of weeds. This is very important necessary part of crop rotation since weeds compete with crop plants for water, nutrients, space, and light, and this causes crop yields to be hampered. The sixth principle of crop rotation is harvesting, and this indicates that farmers cut off crops after it is mature. Harvesting can be done by hand with a sickle or by a machine using a harvester presented in the picture on the right upper side. The last principle of crop rotation is proper storage. This indicates that harvested grains must be protected against dampness, insects, rats, and germs, and it needs to be stored properly if they are to last a long time. Before being stored, the greens are carefully dried in the sun to reduce moisture levels. This preventing insect pests, bacteria, and fungi from attacking them. So in conclusion, crop rotation has several environmental advantages and it is commonly used in agriculture. However, it also comes with its own set of dangers, such as lower overall profitability due to reduced acreage of a highly desirable crop. Complex rotation necessitates the use of more animal and crop species. Thank you.